grew up thinking that as soon as we got out of high school, all the teasing, name-calling, the hateful speech, all the divisive ideas, the cliques, the pain, the suffering would end. And then adult life, wow, it gets only more intense.
We have to become brave enough to challenge ourselves. We have to become bold when sharing our special story. We all have something special inside. Are we willing and able to make the stand and say, yes, this is the life that's worth fighting for?
Welcome back to this week's episode, everyone. I was just thinking about today on my walk around with my dog that, the saying that, kids are the worst to each other and that high school is just the worst. And as soon as I get out of high school, we all thought that everything was just going to be even. And then you think like in your adult life, or once you leave that high school mentality, actually it gets a lot worse out there. And I think that drives home more and more the importance of what this channel is about and what so many people in the world are trying to preach about: self-development, your self-love, your self-understanding, your self-acceptance, your self-growth-minded mindset that's going to help you achieve your dreams and goals. And by achieving your dreams and goals, it comes from working within, becoming the best version of yourself, blocking out all the negative voices. Let's face it, we have a negative society. We have a society that preys on each other's weaknesses. We've created a world of divisiveness. This idea that by creating an image or a feeling of scarcity and fear, that you can better your chances of going to the top, and that by keeping people down is how you go up. And that is just not the truth. We live in a world of abundance. We live in a world of love. The thing that you need to get over is just how much of your willingness to believe in yourself and how much you're willing to work on yourself, to actually look at your life in a way that says, I am here right now and I want to go there. How does that happen? What steps do I need to take? What daily actions should I be taking? And it's so possible. It's so important that we keep reminding each other that we all are here for a purpose. We all need to embrace our uniqueness. We all have something special and something amazing inside of us, a gift, a mission, and something needs to be shared with the world. And it all happens with you, and it can start today. We live in a world that is trying to divide you from the idea of your dreams and goals. Laws discriminate people. Economics discriminate people. Social media discriminates people. The inability for us to get out of our own comfort zones discriminates, and it does not bring this inclusive mentality. And diversity is just numbers. You can have a soup of people and just say, look, there's the numbers on the board. We're a diverse world, and look at us, we're doing good. But if you're not coming from a place of inclusion is the key. Diversity is just being invited to the dance. Inclusion is having someone ask you to dance and partake in what's happening. Inclusion has a better fighting chance of becoming a reality if we can just spend the time working on ourselves. Because the more that you develop a better relationship with yourself, the more that you find that inner confidence and believe in yourself and understand that your dreams and goals are valid and that your life experiences are valid and that you do have something special and amazing to offer this world and that it can happen, and there is not scarcity. There's an abundance of possibility. There's room for us all on this planet. There's room for all of us to express ourselves. There's room for a happy, healthy planet as much as there's room for a happy, healthy human race, and there's a room for a happy, healthy animal kingdom, plant kingdom, everything. This world is massive if we all can come to it without having to take. We have to look at the way we take care of our planet. If we take care of our planet with the mentality of take, gather, and we're not thinking about an abundance of love, an abundance of necessity to take care and make sure that we're not polluting as much as we can, and we're innovating businesses and growing and moving forward and accepting change, and that we're developing ways to have more stability and more inclusion of the planet's needs, we will never be able to fight back these massive climate change problems that we're having, these massive hunger problems we're having across the world. We have many challenges to face, and it's only going to cause more fear and tension as we face more climate problems and food shortages, water shortages, it's going to give us this fear and this feeling of, oh my gosh, scarcity, 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 scarcity. I better tighten down the hatches, watch who's coming in my country, make sure my neighborhood isn't changing a way I don't want. I don't want people grabbing what I need, because that's that caveman mentality. But here we are. We are all here. We are full of love. We are spirits connected to this earth. We are all a part of one massive, beautiful expression of life and love, and we can maintain a relationship with our planet, a relationship with the nature and the beauty around us, with clean air, clean water, clean earth. We can do that with also maintaining better relationships with each other and learning that we can be an inclusively diverse nation, world, country, whatever you want to look at. Inclusively diverse. That's the key that unlocks. And I digressed a little bit, but it does go back to this idea that we give kids and we run around. I often think we always pass the buck back to the younger generation. We're always like, oh man, those youth out there, they just don't know how to work. And they just, in my day, I worked harder. And those kids are just lazy. Kids don't get it. Kids don't read. Kids don't write. Kids don't love. Kids don't think. Kids don't do anything. But we're the parents. We're the parental generation. We're the leaders. We're in charge. We should be creating a society that's better than just being like, you messed it up. And not remember every generation says that about every younger generation. So it's like you're just adding into this nonsensical circle of thought, which is not progressing the human race or the human experience. Anyway, back to the little tangent I was on, and the whole purpose of this video was this mentality that we're only mean to each other and we're divisive and we throw words and poke fun and make fun of each other in a high school way. But that is just honestly not the truth. It doesn't end in high school. If anything, it ramps up. You finally step out of high school, out of your little community bubble, and you enter the world, and the world is actually set up in a way that even will divide you even more. People will start nitpicking where you're from, where you grew up, what high school you went to, what you're wearing, where do you think you're going to work, and people are hiring each other. And we think about maybe the negative effects of teasing each other and bullying each other in high school, and words do hurt, and it's horrible that we have such an angry culture even at a young age. But you think about what are we doing to each other as adults by having CEOs of companies being these white men that just don't hire women or hire people of different colors or different races, different religions, and squeezing them economically and causing them to have a life of poverty and a life of lack, and a feeling that you're going to live in poorer neighborhoods and you're going to live in a dirtier neighborhood and you're always going to live and be in this. And it's almost like we're squeezing you and making you feel like you're not even included in a part of your city or a part of your country. You're not welcomed. And that's a sickness far worse than just some name calling at a lunchroom table. I would so much rather have everyone make fun of me again for not having a hand or having a limp in my walk or looking a little bit more browner than everyone in my suburban white high school life that I grew up in, more than getting out into the workforce and having people judge me and not give me opportunities in careers because of what I look like or what they thought was my abilities or what they thought they saw on paper, and they were able to just decide for themselves that it wasn't going to work because it wasn't worth them figuring out outside of their little mind bubbles. And that's where self-development comes. So, it's like challenging each other for self-development. And CEOs of major companies, celebrate your success. You may have had a lot more help than a lot of people out there in the world, and that's okay, because it's not about feeling, we shouldn't hate or shame people for an accelerated track, and that's just where we're at. We should face the facts. The facts are facts, and we actually need them to be a part of the conversation. And let's all get together and have a little bit of humor involved in the idea of where we're at as a human race. It's okay to understand that we have, all of us inside, some kind of prejudices inside, and it's okay to feel them and look at them and acknowledge them and then work forward to correcting them. We don't have to push them down, hide them, feel bad, or be made to feel bad about not understanding something fully, because we're all growing and learning each day, and that's the best way to live your life, is to grow and learn each day. So what can we do? We can work on ourselves. We can go within. We can start bettering our relationship with ourselves, understanding that there's so much value in redeveloping the relationship you have with yourself. Working towards your goals and dreams starts within. It's not about competition with everyone outside of you. Find that confidence, find that self-love, self-understanding, self-acceptance, and that growth-minding mindset so you can confidently say, okay, here I am, I have my strengths and I have my weaknesses, and I'm willing and able to take the time to work daily on correcting my weaknesses and adjusting my strengths so they mold together and work more in a way that benefits me to become the best version of myself. I'm here every week to put out these videos to give you a little bit of a glimpse into my life, and also to just encourage you into the wonderful world of self-development. We all have a unique story to share. Embrace your uniqueness. Get out there, be bold, be confident. Let's go. Have a great day.